Hey folks, this is Sakura Diesel here. So yes, I am not dead. This main channel's not dead yet either. So a lot of you have probably been wondering what has been going on. So first off, before we begin, I know you probably didn't click on this video just to hear like a long intro or something, or however long this is going to be. So I will put a time code on both on screen and in the description to the part that you actually came here for. But, so what has been going on this year? Because I know I haven't really been making as much videos this year. In fact, the last video I made was my Courage the Cowardly Dog Season 1 review. So, I know I keep saying that I'm going to try my best to make new videos and such, or at least make as much videos as I can on the main channel, but college, work, and all that other stuff has been getting in the way and everything. So, but thankfully, I am all done with college for now. So, and I do mean it this time. I am going to take a little break from college. As of right now, I just finished my last semester somewhere around last week and such. So hopefully I'll be able to make some more new videos and put them out on my main channels as quick as I can, because I've been more active on my gaming channel recently than I have on my main channel. So, and I know some of you probably don't want the gaming channel, or at least don't like the gaming channel as much as my main channel and everything. So I do still want to give this main channel as much love as it gets, especially with all the new subscribers I have, which thank you all so much for subscribing, even though I haven't been really posted as much videos as I should for some people. So basically what this is going on is that I'm going to try to do something a little bit new that I've wanted to do for a while, but I wasn't too sure on how to go about this. And if you tell by the title of this video, I'm going to be watching a certain little cartoon and such and give it a first impressions. But not the first impressions that you might think I'm going to get. So let me explain where I'm going with this and everything. So if anyone around here has seen my channel for a while and even knows me for a long time, all of you know that I've been reviewing TV shows and such, and you know that I love cartoons and such. But so far, the only 3 TV shows I've reviewed so far are shows that I've grew up with a lot as a kid. Thomas the Tank Engine, Ed, Edd and Eddy, and now Courage the Cowardly Dog. And there are other TV shows I want to review that I have grew up with as a child and such. I won't say what they are just yet, because I'm still thinking if I want to review them or not. But there are other shows which I have not seen at all, even when I was growing up and everything. And there's been something in the back of my mind where I kind of want to review a TV show, especially a show that I've never grew up with as a kid, but was either A, really popular, or maybe not as popular and such, but still take a look and see, was this good or not. So, and believe it or not, Avatar: The Last Airbender, I have never grew up with this show as a kid. I knew what it was about, obviously, because, I have seen it and heard of it from my friends at school and everything, and even right now on Facebook, it's still, really popular over 15 years later. Excuse me. But yeah, it's still popular over 15 years later, and it's really surprising to me on, how well this show is received all these years. If I could compare it to another show that sometimes gets lots of love and praises, it's almost on the same level in terms of Teen Titans, the original Teen Titans and everything from 2003. Yeah, everywhere on my Facebook and everything, this show still gets highly praised as one of the best cartoons out there, and I've never seen it as a kid. Again, if you knew me as a kid, you knew that most of the shows I did grow up with was either strictly Thomas the Tank Engine or Cartoon Network shows like Ed, Edd and Eddy, Courage, Teen Titans, Dexter's Laboratory, all that stuff and everything. The only Nickelodeon show I did watch as a kid, the most, was The Fairly Odd Parents, which that's another show I do want to review sometime in the near future. I wasn't that much of a SpongeBob fan growing up as a kid, and I did see a little bit of Jimmy Neutron, but that was about it and everything. And Avatar was one of those shows I actually did want to try and watch, because I've heard lots and lots of good things about it. Doug Walker did a episode-by-episode review of this show, and he also did the live-action movie. It's been a long time since I've seen his reviews, but I actually did kind of want to see this show strictly for the animation and to get to know a little bit more about the characters, because even though I never seen the show, I knew who some of these characters were, and I knew how some of the relationship between each character plays out. And I kind of wanted to see the show for myself, to see, is it still good as it is, as everyone has made it to be, and did I miss out a lot on the show as a kid? And the answer might probably be yes, but we'll never know. So, what I'm going to be doing, and this is only just the first, first and probably only video, depends on how this will go. What I'm going to do is that I'm going to be watching, not every episode, but, okay, first let me explain myself. I probably should have scripted this a little better. But basically, if you've seen my how do I do episode reviews on TV shows, when it comes to movies and TV shows, I usually like to watch them at least 3 times. For TV shows, I like to watch every single episode of a season 3 times. The first time is what I would like to call a first impressions video, where basically it's just me watching the show. I don't take down any notes or anything. I'm going with this episode fresh into my mind, and then after it's done, I'm just basically like, okay, did I like it, didn't like it, or and everything. So, and then, once I come back to the episodes the second time, I'll have a little bit more of an understanding, okay, like, what did I like about the episode, or what didn't I like about the episode? And I figured this would be interesting if you guys want to hear my first impressions on an episode before you hear my final thoughts, like my real final thoughts on a certain episode and everything. Because you never know, some of these first impressions on some of these episodes do change once in a while, once I, think about the episodes more often and such, and how do I really feel about them. So what I'm going to do is that I'm not going to be reacting to the whole episode, or at least I'm not going to record myself reacting to the whole episode. But if there's a certain point in the episode that's interesting and I kind of want to make note, or at least maybe ask questions about it, or maybe just at least, address something that I found interesting, then that's basically what this is going to be. So, like I said, this is just more like a pilot, I guess you can say. An idea that I wanted to try out, and I want to see what you guys think about this. Do you guys like this idea? And if you do, if you want me to explore this a little more with other TV shows or movies, let me know down in the comments. I'll be happy to do that, because, like I said, I wanted to do this for a while, and I figured why not start with a show that I've never seen, that I'm going in blind for the first time ever, and everything. So, alrighty, so we're going to stop the jibber-jabbing and everything, and I'm going to start with watching Avatar: The First Airbender Season 1, and I don't know when the first season review is going to come out yet, probably after I'm done with the Thomas and the Magic Railroad and the Season 6 review, but it'll all just depend and everything. But anyway, alright, so usually what I do when I watch TV shows is that I usually watch 2 episodes. I usually just watch, 2 episodes per season, and I don't watch the whole season in one day, because, that's going to be too many episodes for me to try to keep track and try to remember and everything. So doing 2 episodes per season is a lot more better. It's a lot more better for me to at least, remember the episodes as best as I can and everything, and to give me a more better idea of what rating I want to give the episodes once I later go back to them. But anyway, alright, so, and again, because I don't want to, take a chance with YouTube's copyright and such, I'm not going to show, the actual footage of the show itself, but I will put, pictures or maybe image of what episode I'm reviewing and such. So basically what I will do, if you guys do like the idea, I'll probably what I'll do for TV shows is that I'll probably just watch, the beginning of an episode. If it has more than one part, then I will show off the other parts. But if it's just a single episode, I'll just show off one episode and such, and then I'll react to the ending of the season. And if there's any episodes in the middle of a season that I actually want to talk about or think is interesting to, react and talk about, then I will. But anyway, alright, so here we go. This is Avatar: The Last Airbender Season 1, Episode 1, and I actually forgot what the episode's called. It's called The Boy in the Iceberg. So let's get started. Alright, so I just finished watching this intro and everything, and basically, for what I understand, because I did a little research on this show, is that the show was actually inspired by, a couple of animes and such, and you can kind of tell with the opening about how, it goes into, the prophecy and everything, how there was supposed to be a leader to save the world, and then the world went to absolute shit, and now this certain one avatar is the one to save the world. We've seen this before in something like Sailor Moon, Dragon Ball, Yu-Gi-Oh, and name whatever anime you want to come up with. But what's also actually interesting, and actually I'm going to look this up right now too, is that the elements they were listing, water, fire, earth, air, and such. It kind of reminded me of another anime-inspired Western show, and I don't know if you guys have ever heard of it and such. It was called Charlotte Showdown and such. And the way in, I mean, the plot is not really all that similar and such. Like, Charlotte Showdown is not really that much similar. But the elements that were, listed in Avatar is almost the same as, like, it was in Charlotte Showdown. And from what I'm actually looking at the wiki right now, it's like, the Charlotte Showdown came out about 2 years, almost 2 years before Avatar came out. So, like, I kind of wondering if, like, if the creators of Avatar took some inspiration from the show, or maybe it was just a coincidence, I don't know. And I think this is the only, well, not the only, but this is, like, one of the few Western shows I could think of that doesn't have, like, I mean, it's got a theme song, but it doesn't have, like, how should I put this and such? Because, like, even with Teen Titans and such, there was, even with, like, other anime-inspired shows like Teen Titans or Samurai Jack, they always have, like, some kind of lyrical theme song to them, in their openings and such. And, even with other Western shows, like, even the theme song is just more instrumental without lyrics. This one doesn't seem to have that much of an intro outside of just, the name, Avatar: The Last Airbender, and such, which is, actually pretty interesting. Also, so far, I'm actually kind of digging the, animation of the show so far, especially with, like, that intro scene when they were explaining the, elements and everything. That was actually, that's actually, it's actually pretty smooth. I especially love how he was able to, how the first guy was able to lift up the water. Like, that was actually, impressive animation right there and such. So, alright, let's go. Yeah, it's like, looking at this animation so far in terms of, like, now I know this is first season, it's not really more criticism or nitpick, it's just more like, note taking and such. For what I see in the terms of, like, the eyes and their mouth movements, yeah, it does actually look like, something you see out of anime. The animation almost kind of reminds me a little bit of Teen Titans too, and in terms of, like, the mouth movements and such of what they do. So, again, like, sometimes it makes me wonder, like, was there some inspiration for Teen Titans as well too, or again, was just this more of a, coincidence? There he is, the big, the big anime boss that makes all the fangirls scream for him. Again, I'm probably gonna butcher the name. I think it's not Sako. Is it Sako? Again, I'll put the name on screen because I know I just probably butchered it and such. But yeah, I have heard lots about him and how, like, he has one of the best character arcs, like, best character development of any animated show out there. So I'm a little curious to see where he's going, how he's going to be in terms of the first season and such, and how much I'm going to like him and everything. I know he has, like, not an apprentice. I think there's, like, his uncle or something. Again, I'm probably going to butcher the name too, so I might as well just write down all the characters' names on screen or something. But yeah, okay. So all right, let's see what he does. Okay, so far I do like the character interactions between Aang, Katara, and Sokka so far. Like, I'm actually digging the interactions and dialogue, because from what I understand, I think, because obviously, again, I've never seen Avatar, but I do know a couple of spoiler things. I think Katara does end up becoming Aang's, like, boyfriend and then later husband. So I'm kind of curious to see how their relationship is going to grow throughout the show. But so far I can actually buy this, relationship so far between Katara and Aang, so. So, could someone explain something to me real quick? Because I noticed in the beginning, in this episode, we've only seen Katara doing waterbending so far. And, I'm still butchering her brother's name, Sakura, I believe it is. Sakura says, like, he doesn't believe in, magic or bending and all that. Are there certain benders out there that actually can't actually do the bending of their elements? Like, are there actual water benders out there that can't actually water bend? Like, or earth benders that can't actually earth bend? Don't give me, like, full details and such, because I still want to go into this surprise, but, just, like, a simple yes or no, and maybe just, like, a short, explanation would be appreciated, because I'm actually curious on that, myself. So if anyone can let me know, please, I'd be much appreciated if you could tell me down in the comments. Okay, so that was the end of the very first episode, or I guess chapter, however I'm gonna call this and such. So far, good, really good so far. I'm actually digging this show so far. So far, what I like about this is like I actually like the characters so far. I like Aang, I like Katara. Aang especially, like Aang is slowly starting to grow a really likable character to me. They managed to make him fun, interesting, and likable without going too far, without making him a little bit annoying and such in certain areas and everything. So I'm actually curious to see how they're gonna build up his story in the later episodes and such. I'm actually interested in Sakura as well too, and his because what I understand, he later becomes like a funny man and such, and he is a funny man, but he also has a sort of seriousness to him as well, which was which is understandable in certain areas. So again, I'm actually curious to see how all these characters are going to build up later on as we go on. I'm actually digging the relationship between Aang and Katara so far as well. I think they have like a good chemistry between each other as of right now and everything. The animation is really good, especially when it comes to the facial expressions and this fast pace for the humor and everything. Again, even though there's a little bit of adult humor here and there, there's still also humor for kids to enjoy and laugh at as well, which, it's good. And there are actually a few moments where I did actually caught myself chuckling due to both the movements, the dialogue between each of the characters, as well as their facial expressions. So far, I'm actually hooked on this show. I actually want to see another episode. So let me do another recording section, and we'll do the next episode. Okay, so this is alright. So another recording session in the same video. This is episode 2, the Avatar Returns. So far, I'm digging the show so far. I'm actually starting to see why this was very popular. I'm liking the characters. I'm liking the world building. I'm interested to see how these characters are going to evolve and what's going to happen next. So let's go. Alright, so I actually like how so at first, like, I thought, like, are they going to use the same intro for every episode? But it looks like they changed it up a little bit for this episode as well, since we already now know that, who Aang is and everything. And, yeah, spoiler alerts, I guess, like, Aang is now the Avatar and stuff. Like I like how Katara immediately figured out that A is the Avatar. Like, for all she knows, he could have just, like, an airbender that somehow, just, like, decided to freeze himself for no reason and everything. So, but no, apparently I guess he's just the Avatar because the little girl said so. So we should trust her. Also, real quick too, I actually like the lighting as well. This show is handled and everything. Like, it really does have beautiful colors and beautiful, backgrounds and such to accompany the characters themselves and everything. So again, this animation is really good, and from what I understand, this animation is also inspired, especially the background, is also inspired by Eastern and Western Asian cultures and such, mostly like China and everything. So it's actually pretty neat. One thing I will say about the show that I didn't mention in the last episode is that their expressions are really good. Especially with the animation of comedy by, like, you can feel their emotions of what's going through them right now, especially from the tone of their voice. Like, they got good voice actors and good animations to match their expressions and match their tones, so that's actually really impressive. I give them major props for that. Okay, so that was the second episode. But not much commentary as I did with the first one, but so far, alright, so with 2 episodes, so far I am really, I'm getting to my garbage can, probably flew down. So far I am really liking this show so far. I am starting to see why this show was very popular. I'm actually kind of wish I saw it as a kid and everything, because I probably would have liked it and everything, because I was a big fan of Yu-Gi-Oh! And I watched a little bit of Dragon Ball here and there, so I actually did wish I would have seen the show as a kid. I love the humor of the show so far. Like I said, it manages to balance out, some serious moments with the facial expressions, and again, the facial expressions really do help with the tone that, and the feeling these characters are going for. And I love the voice actors they got for some of these main characters as well. They actually really do blend in really well in terms of, what their characters are and everything, how they feel, how they emote, and everything. It's really good. I actually love the character I should say character relationships, or I think dynamics is also the right word too. Character relationships between Katara and Aang, Katara and her brother Sakura. I also like the conflict Aang had with Zuko and such. Like I said, the combat I'm sure will get a lot more better than the first two episodes I'm seeing so far. But so far I'm digging the combat as well. And again, I like how they mix, again, the serious moments with the humor, because there were some moments where like some of the combat almost felt like like a slapstick kind of show, like something you see from Tom and Jerry and Looney Tunes and everything. But it still manages to be really good. Actually a really great time with the show, and I actually can't wait to see more episodes and everything. So far, what do I think of Avatar: The Last Airbender? Good. I'm actually liking the show so far and everything, and I actually can't wait to review the season once once I get to the actual final thoughts of the show. But alright, so if you guys did like this first impressions slash reaction type video, let me know, and I'll definitely do more of these maybe sometime in the near future. Again, I'm not going to be reacting to all the episodes and everything, but if there is an episode somewhere in the middle of season 1 that I want to talk about and such, and I feel like it might be interesting to react, then I will. But if I feel like, but if not, then you will definitely get a first impressions of the Season 1 finale, which I think that's also a two-parter as well. So once I get to the Season 1 finale, I'll definitely make a reaction slash first impression video on that one. And then after that, you'll guys get your Season 1 review of Avatar: The Last Airbender wherever I get to it, because, yeah, I actually do want to review this show. There's actually a couple things I do want to say about, each of the episodes so far and the show itself overall. So, alrighty, so until then, this is Sakura Diesel saying thank you all so much for watching. Again, I will try to post more videos on my main channel as best as I can. So if you guys like this video and want to see more of these first impressions, let me know down in the comments, and don't forget to hit the like button, the subscribe button. If you guys like some games and everything, check out my gaming channel, where right now I'm Let's Playing Pokemon Emerald, as well as doing a walkthrough of Ace Attorney Investigations, Miles Edgeworth. And don't forget, I also do have a Facebook page. So if you guys have any TV shows or movies you want me to take a look at, you can list them in the comments on either my YouTube or my Facebook page, which both links will be down in the description below. But until then, this is Sakura Diesel saying thank you all so much for watching, and I'll see you once I get to the Season 1 finale of Avatar: The Last Airbender, whenever I get around to it. So take care, guys.